to just be that kind of star player for SUPRMODE and seems to be that kind of big player for every team he joins, but he always does well in the stat lines and for making a game, but how well does he work as a team and allowing his teammates to make these plays? That's the real question here, but he's looked to work so far. I'm excited to see it continue, and as we get into game one, it's SUPRMODE versus Zoulou Tchaing. Week number 2 of Superstar League. In our first match of the day. I am excited to see how this goes, but also a bit worried for Zoulou.
Why are you worried? You thinking another loss is bound to come in for them?
I don't want to call it too early, because maybe they'll come in and surprise me, but I feel like Total Shadow, of course, an excellent team, but SUPRMODE's looking scarier by the minute and getting swept in their first game of the season. It may have just been an unfortunate start, and I may get proved wrong right today. They may keep it very close, even if a loss, but I feel like SUPRMODE are just getting better each time, and they're not going to give an easy game for Zoulou. That's a shot already going on target, and an opening goal for SUPRMODE as Rubik's just free space, able to tap that in. 1 minute off the clock, and Zoulou already making a major mistake.
Yeah, you were saying they weren't going to make it easy. Well, it doesn't really get much easier than this for Rubik's, as I think all of Zoulou Tchaing just pushed up into the same corner. SUPRMODE tried to get a nice pass to one of its teammates. It was just short. Rubik's was right there to finish it off, and I think you bring up a really good point. I think for Zoulou Tchaing, this game's probably the most important out of all of them, because it is against a similar opponent. It is the game in which you can really turn your season around. If you don't do it down, when are you going to do it?
Yes, it's not a long season, which is an issue, so every game really does matter, as you can't just be throwing things away saying, oh, they'll get better over time, or they'll eventually start winning, because how long is that going to be? They need to get off a quick, early, good start if they want to have a chance in this league and will move on to the playoffs, as it is a tough league, some really strong teams, and only 3 are going to be moving on, so they want to be in that top half of the table, and with a 3-0 loss first week, they need to do a good bit of work to try and rectify that. And it's Gooch on the attack right now, trying to extend this lead to 2 as the shot come out, saved by SUPRMODE and cleared away by a riser. The Rubik's can meet it in the midfield. Over at Boom, like a potential shot slipping by. Where's the defense? SUPRMODE. Gooch couldn't make it back in time. A riser. We're all tied up.
I was about to start praising the Spanish defense coming out so far, looking really solid. Just one opportunity that they had before, but now Erzer just on his own completely forces the ball through, getting that goal back for Zoulou Tchaing, making it all squared up again. Great job by him, and so far the pressure seems to have been in Zoulou Tchaing's favor, so maybe even another one coming in. That's a great opportunity for Kerr, always showing why he's so high in the Octane standings.
Boom quick. There's a touch on it out to the midfield. Gooch cannot connect, and take it upfield from SUPRMODE, going absolutely nowhere as a soft touch goes out to Rubik. Boomquick can take it upfield though. He has a chance to try and make a play, but Eversats is there waiting. It falls back out to the midfield. A potential chance for Gooch, just trying to find an opening. They'll answer Rubik's once more. Dribbling it in, goes for the 50 out to the side once again. With the pressure still remains from SUPRMODE. They're a highly offensive team, get so many shots every single game. Not surprising to see them on the offense once more, but let's head back to Rubik's. He taps it high, a bit of time to try and get out of his own half. Pressure still remains though over from Zoulou Tchaing, as they're not letting them get out easily.
You're talking about how SUPRMODE is such an offensive team, but so far they seem to be really playing off of the back foot, not turning upfield too much, not risking any challenge. I'd like to see them playing with a bit more confidence. Just go for those balls when you know you can beat off your opponent, because that's the way you play best.
The ball drops down, Gooch low on boost, can get a touch up high. The follow up, not able to be found. Eversat can easily get that away. Rubik's out to the side, can find a second over another, but SUPRMODE has time to back off here. A lack of pressure from SUPRMODE coming out at the moment. Setting back, being a bit more careful. It's a tied game. They do not want to throw this game one away. And a launch upfield from Rubik's will not connect. Eversat can meet it in the midfield. They're sent out to the side once more. Over to Boomquick. The drop down to Gooch. A potential shot going wide, but still up high. The follow up from Rubik's will knock it down once more. Keeping that pressure on. It is Boomquick on the ball. Off the corner, bringing it around. Can't find a second touch. Threw it out to Gooch. Soft touch. Trying to get it past the riser. A lovely 50-50, and Gooch gets it in the top corner. What a play!
Oh my, you can't just do that to people. People have families. Gooch, that is too rude. RSRL on the fake, but then he still gets a slight touch straight back into Gooch. Top corner, that is beautifully played. All on his own, getting the 2-1 for SUPRMODE.
And Gooch, what a lovely shot. The 50-50 into the top corner. Gives SUPRMODE their lead back once more, 2-1. Only 40 seconds left, and SUPRMODE looking to take this game right now, but a bump on the defense could give a chance to the riser. Passing it out mid will not be connected upon. Sebadam has to rush to the ball. Sending it to the corner, can try and find a second touch, but misses it barely, going for a bump. Edge coming centre, going to be in. A tied game once more as Eversack tapping it under the crossbar. 2-2 with 25 seconds left.
The clear from Gooch wasn't good enough. Aries there, instead of taking a shot, hits it onto the side wall next to the goal. That was brilliant because it was such a neat setup for his teammate, who manages to finish it off. And getting the 2-2 back, I think, is great for Zoulou Tchaing. I wasn't really expecting it since SUPRMODE seemed quite dominant, but Zoulou Tchaing have a very good moment here.
Oh no! Oh,
almost slip it in.
Rubik can clear it away, out to Sebadam, a lovely dunk. It could slip by, but Ariser is there on time. Up to the corner, Rubik's keeping it up though, cannot get the pass out. We head to overtime for game number 1. 2 apiece, SUPRMODE v Zoulou Tchaing. A very close game, a lot better from Zoulou Tchaing from week 1. This is what I like to see. They're keeping it close, but can they finish it off this time around? The Sebadam's taking upfield. He does find a pass off the back wall. It goes dropping down. Eversack saved by Boomquick. Out to the side once more. It's Rubik's on the ball. Taking it high over one. Can try and make a second touch. It could slip by, but Eversack's out there on the back wall. Gets it away. Sends it straight back in. The pass is coming out from SUPRMODE, just not connecting in time. But a down from Boomquick. A bit of time for a pass to come out. Gooch takes it by himself though. Riser can find the save. And cleared away for a moment. Zoulou Tchaing going for the counter attack. Sebadam taking it upfield himself. The player I was looking out for. I said he needs to step things up and he's getting a good bit of plays going this game. I still want to see a little bit more from him as the clear's coming centre. A pass out to the corner could develop a play right now. Is he dropping it down in front of net? It does land to Gooch and a clear away. Down to Eversack. The pass to Ariser going wide once more. The shooting needs to be better on target as Rubik has plenty of time to take this away.
Oh, but now Rubik's on the other side, almost getting a great flick. Akvisex is back already though. And if only Zoulou Tchaing's passes and shooting were a bit better, they're creating the opportunities, but they're not doing nearly enough with it. And the solo plays coming out from SUPRMODE could be the difference maker right here soon, because they've been getting these breakaways with these flicks, and it's only a matter of time before one of them actually goes in.
And both the goals SUPRMODE have conceded have mainly been to the fact of pushing up too far in the offense, and I think they'll have known that by now, be a bit more careful. But Ariser taking it high. Down in the midfield, cannot find a pass to anyone. It's Rubik trying to get the dunk. Beat out by Sebadam. But Gooch a lovely clear away. Up to Rubik, another drop down. Over to Boomquick. The drop down to Gooch, a lovely pass. The shot saved by Eversack, but the pressure still continues. Rubik taps it high. Gooch can't follow up though, but it does drop down to him. On the side wall, approaching net. Still in a dangerous position for Zoulou Tchaing. As Rubik goes in, goes to the 50, cannot find the touch he was looking for. And Eversack's off the ceiling. A potential shot once more, saved by Gooch. Back and forth pressure, so close. A goal still yet to be scored, but another long try. Did he go back to the remote possession with a pass out to the side? He's got a chance to develop a play, get on the attack. But Zoulou Tchaing shutting him down pretty well with a cleared upfield from Ariser. It gives a little bit of time to get back in defence, get some boost going, and Zoulou Tchaing really need that at the moment.
And another half a game passes, but though Gooch almost with a prime opportunity right here after a great pass makes Rubik's now just not letting off of the attack from SUPRMODE. And this is where they shine, keep that pressure up. They need to back down now as the hands begin to shake as this overtime is starting to go along. Rubik's pass to Rouge! Oh no, he sees it himself! Absolute shambles on the SUPRMODE side.
And the counter attack, it could be going Eversack. The shot not slipping by. SUPRMODE would have kicked themselves if that went in. But a drop down! Ariser! What was that? 3-2 to Zoulou Tchaing, and they take game 1.
What a dunk there. Boomquick just gets read by Ayers and he drops straight down into the back of the net. I was so sure that Rubik's fake was enough And then Gooch was going to be able to score it, but it's not enough if he keeps flying after it and ends up saving it himself. Very, very unfortunate though on the SUPRMODE side. And these type of overtimes where it goes so long and you concede in such heartbreaking fashion can absolutely make or break a series. And SUPRMODE is going to have to pull something off to bring this one back.
Yeah, it's a tough first loss to take. Off of that excellent chance they had, unfortunately saved by their own man. Game number 1 goes 3-2 in favour of Zoulou Tchaing. And that's a good win for them right there. It's their first win of the season. A very close one at that. Can they keep it up and maybe take the series?
That's going to remain to be seen though, Boyoroyo, but it was an enjoyable first game nonetheless. I do have SUPRMODE as my favourites here just because of how well Gooch seemed to be meshing with these players. But this start from Zoulou Tchaing is what we expected them to show up with last week, in which they showed absolutely nothing at all. So I'm very glad that it's finally starting to show because the pressure has been on their side. And I think they've created more and better chances than SUPRMODE in this first game.
And Gooch getting the demo and Sebadam, the clear away not able to be found. Some pressure already starting off for Zoulou Tchaing, but the passes from SUPRMODE are starting to connect a little bit better. They started connecting at the end of that overtime, unfortunately not working out with a unfortunately safe shot to say the least. But Zoulou Tchaing still on the attack, bringing it centre is Sebadam. They drops down a rider, can get a touch. Their pressure still remains, but it's going to be cleared away for a moment. Eversats can't find a touch. Sebadam takes it high though, to the back wall. The follow-up just getting touched by Rubik. The ball goes high, Sebadam can try and drop it down. It lands to Gucci, trying to get it out to the side. The pressure remains, and Eversack passing it centre over to a riser, saved by Gooch. But the pressure still remains, still a dangerous spot as the ball goes high. It can be cleared away, Gooch can't follow up in time, out to the side. Boomquick's there, keeps the pressure on. Another shot, being barely out to the side. Saved by Sam though, so close to the back wall. So we're trying to get this lead. And it drops down to Gucci, can't get a touch. And Rubik can himself. Up to the ceiling, dropping down to the backboard, a follow-up needed. It is found, saved by a riser. Always someone there from Zoulou Tchaing. Another shot not going in. SUPRMODE cannot catch a break at the moment. So many shots just barely slipping by, and we still remain 0-0.
I don't know how it's still 0-0 though. That pressure from SUPRMODE, that should have been a goal, but the goal will be scored here. Finally for SUPRMODE by Rubik. Some great pressure, but in the end, a bet 50 by RSRL gives them the lead.
They finally get that lead after bombardment of shots. SUPRMODE 1-0 up after 1 minute 45 seconds of game time. A good start for them. Zoulou Tchaing had to go under a lot of pressure there. A good bit of defense, but it just became a little bit too much right there. But they need to start getting on offense now with Sebadam taking up field, get a flick over one. Demo by Boomquick, another demo, a wide open net. A virtuoso in the making. 2-0 to SUPRMODE. Some lovely demos. They have a 2-goal lead.
I was starting to wonder when these teams will pick up by how Endpoint's been playing last weekend, obviously. Getting a very high finish for themselves in the spring series. And it's just a matter of time before the demo meta finds its way into all of Rocket League.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how this demo meta progresses as Boomquick trying to take it upfield. No boost, but a dream as he gets it past one. Off the back wall, the follow-up makes it high. Rubik is there, dropping it down to the backboard once more. Another follow-up off the crossbar, should have been in from Boomquick, but he still holds on to that 2-goal lead. The counter-attack trying to come out, the Eversack's out to the side. Over to a riser, he can't find the touch, and a clear away once more. Rubik's up to Boomquick, he can't find the touch. Gooch is there to follow. Another drop down over Rubik's, a lovely pass. The defense nowhere to be found, cannot find a touch on that. Half the game gone and 3-0 to SUPRMODE.
I do not know what Urzo is doing, just rushing for a boost that wasn't even there. Absolutely punished by Gooch and Rubik's together. Has a great bit of vision, pass it mid towards his teammate, but SUPRMODE really coming out of this game absolutely swinging, and I like to see it. I feel like they're finally getting their offense going, and once their offense is going, they don't need to be on defense as much, so their weaknesses don't get exploited. And now Boomquick!
Oh, a beautiful play, 4-0 to SUPRMODE. It's Boomquick off the wall to himself. Who needs teammates when you're Boomquick? And he just taps it in. 4-0 to SUPRMODE. so much different from game number 1. They're here to play now. They're showing Zoulou what they're really messing with.
I think Boomquick was the guy who last week almost got an upside down flick goal. Just wide, and right now he was doing the musty which almost went in, and now this double touch. This kid's got some great mechanical skills, but also the vision to come along with it, which is absolutely lovely to see.
Lovely to see. As a clear up field from Boomquick, a touch out to the side. It does land to Eversax, and a riser can connect. Off the side wall, another touch. Lands to Eversax once more. Sebadam dropping it down. It could slip in. The what a save from Rubik's off the corner and out. Still 4-0 to SUPRMODE. The pressure coming out from Zoulou Tchaing, but I feel like it's too little too late. It's 4 goals I needed to tie this up. With only 1 minute 20 seconds left, Zoulou need to put a good shift in to try and bring this back. And the saves from SUPRMODE have been way too good at the moment. Shots are coming out, but they're not connecting. Another chance, another save out to this side once more. Eversax taking it high. The pass in over to Sebadam. Just getting cleared away once more. 1 minute left, 4-0 to SUPRMODE. What a better performance it's been from them. This is so much more like I like to see.
Yeah, definitely, and let's give some extra attention to Rubik's in this game, because man, that guy's been playing absolutely nutty so far, being involved with almost every single goal being scored here. Getting the passes in, the goals for himself, but then that defensive save that he just got on that shot. I was about to say what a beauty of a shot, and he still came across flying to save it. He's been popping off this game.
Yeah, you know, I was talking about Gooch being that star player, and as I say that, he gets another goal to make it 5, but this game alone, as you mentioned about Rubik's, Boomquick as well, also had an excellent performance, some lovely saves by him, some lovely passes, and we've seen that demo play earlier. If you got points for demos, well, he would definitely be a bit higher up in that scoreboard right there as well. He just cleared out the whole defense. There was no one left to find a save, and thanks to that, a goal was scored for SUPRMODE. The floodgates really started to open. It's game number 2. We're going to go 5-0 in favour of SUPRMODE, unless they can maybe slip one more by as the clock dies down, which is what Boomquick's trying to do right there with another shot getting saved. It comes out to the side. But either way, SUPRMODE's going to take game 2 in very dominant fashion. So the real question is now, was game 1 a fluke or was game 2 the fluke? We'll have to see how this continues going into game number 3. But this could go really either way at the moment. Game 1 insanely close. Game 2, sorry, completely dominant.
Between game 1 and 2, I said, what do you do when you lose the overtime in such a fashion? Well, this is one way to respond for SUPRMODE. Absolutely dominating Zoulou Tchaing, and a hat trick for Rubik's, and Gooch and Boomquick, like you said, playing very, very well for themselves so far. I really like this showing from SUPRMODE.
Yeah, SUPRMODE giving a good showing right there. We've really seen nothing from Zoulou that game, sorry. And well, game 1 was a really good start from them. Coming into game 2, SUPRMODE really just came as a whole new team, and it fully shut down SUPRMODE. Sorry, it fully shut down Zoulou. SUPRMODE were just beating them to everything. They were scoring constantly excellent shots. They were saving every chance they got. It feels like Zoulou just couldn't catch a break.
And I think the biggest difference between the two games is who had the most offense. Because in game 1, Zoulou Tchaing, actually their offensive rotations were very good. So what happened was they got the ball into the SUPRMODE half, and then due to their rotations and the boost that they took away from SUPRMODE, they were able to stay there. And against a team like SUPRMODE, that is extra important. Why? Because their offense is 10 times better than their defense. Their defense was alright, but their offense is where it's at. But the second game, Zoulou Tchaing never got the opportunity to do that, never got the opportunity to get out their own half, and they go dominated, just shots after shots. And then if they do a pass rather than a shot, you don't expect it, and the ball is in your goal.
Yes, hard to predict with SUPRMODE. They're a very pass-heavy team that always have these insane solo plays coming out. We've seen them as well at game number 2 especially. They really can take the ball by themselves and make plays out of seemingly nothing. And the passing is top notch, constantly connecting lovely passes, beating out those defenders. So it's so hard to deal with when you're on the defense, getting held back for so long. And with the offense SUPRMODE had, well, I think as usually said, a good offense is also a good defense. They could not get out of their own half. SUPRMODE just kept relaying pressure, and Zoulou, they were the ones stuck back, and SUPRMODE didn't really have to defend, and when they did, the saves were nothing but amazing, to say the least.
And I think the step for them to really switch it around this game is just making sure that you do not go for the massive clears anymore, because the SUPRMODE squad's ready for them. Keep the ball closer to yourself, actually dribble it out of defense, make sure that you take one of the offensive guys out of the play by either going for a flick or something along those lines.
Oh.
That should have been in there reserve, but that way, that's how you get back into this series.
Yeah, that shot should have been connecting, it's just a bit too high. Sebadan trying to make a play of his own, can't find the second touch. Boomquick takes it high and dropped in from Riversack. Will still be dangerous. Riser can finish it off, gives Zoulou Tchaing the lead. So it's already better than game number 2. But it's an early and a good start for Zoulou Tchaing to get that first goal of the game.
Definitely some good pressure coming out from them as well, and Sebadan almost getting a crazy dunk in the air there. That was well done, and this is the Zoulou Tchaing that we saw in game 1. This is the Zoulou Tchaing that we want to see more from. Now all they need to do is keep it up and not give away almost 3 goals, like right there. The opportunity was given to Boomquick. A good save though, and Zoulou Tchaing's in this a bit longer.
The Riser takes it high, Ribbits will connect and then drop it down, can't find a second touch in time, but he still beats out the oncoming attackers. Gets a touch, but the pressure still remains. Sebadan trying to bring it around, Gooch out to the side. Chance for Boomquick as he gets a flick over one. And the follow-up cannot find the second touch. It's up to a Riser. But Sebadan also going for that ball. Where's the communication? Luckily, not committing too hard there for a Riser. Sebadan able to take that with absolute ease, but a Riser drops it down. Trying to find that second touch over at Boomquick. He backflips, so the pressure still remaining with SUPRMODE. The ball goes high, sitting above net. Eversats can get it away, but Boomquick drops it down once more. Out to the side, the follow-up from Gooch. Over to Rubits, a wide open net. Eversats can't make it in time, but all tied up.
Wide open net. Sebadan right there gets dunked, and the guy on the right side, I couldn't see who it was. I think it was Eversex, just pushing up slightly too far, not realizing his teammate was being challenged, and in a bad spot to that, so the ball just dropped into the middle, open net, and it's exactly what we told Zoulou Tchaing not to do, and this is even worse, dropping another one against Gooch.
And straight off the kickoff, the lead got down to being tied, and being tied got down to a deficit. SUPRMODE have a 2-1 lead. With only 2 minutes off the clock, they've been able to claw back at this, have a lead for their own. They'll continue scoring the goals that they did game number 2, or maybe would have made a bit closer at game number 1. Well, Boomquick trying to find a pass out to the mid, gets a second touch with a flip reset. Cannot find anything else though. Another shot going to slip by the defender, Zoulou Tchaing, an absolute shambles right there. And that's a third for SUPRMODE, 3-1. And what's going on with Zoulou Tchaing?
A lot's going on. I think the biggest issue so far is giving away 3 goals and then not scoring them in the opponent's half. That is not how you win Rocket League games. Really something that needs to change right now for Zoulou Tchaing. They need to really clean up these defensive rotations. It is too often that someone's pushing out of goal in a dangerous position. Errors are right there though. We know they can do it, Zoulou Tchaing. They just have to clean their act up a little.
Yep, edging ever so close to our Everser. Get it over 1, get it over 2, the defence. A bit too late in the reactions there, bringing it back with N1. Still over half the game left to go. And it's 3-2 in favour of SUPRMODE, but off the kick-off there. And then straight to Eversack, trying to drop it down, get an early attempt as it drops down in front of net. No one's able to connect, then back to Sebadan. Over to Everser once more. But it's Gooch, puts that pressure on. A lovely drop down over to the pass. Boomquick, close to getting that goal right there, but just going wide. Sebadan with a pass to Everser to get it away for a moment, sent it straight back in though, is Eversack on the side wall, put the pressure on. Looking for a third goal at the moment is Zoulou Tchaing, putting that pressure on, not connecting, getting shut down as Eversack takes it high once more. Remember the corner trying to find a pass shot down by Boomquick, but the ball remains high. Boomquick taking his time, 0 boost though, the pressure remains, another save by Gooch, and a lovely clear away, but straight out to Eversack, not giving SUPRMODE much time to get some boost. Starved in the defence at the moment as Everser with another pass out. The beat out in the midfield and cleared away. Finally a bit of time for SUPRMODE and a lovely pass. Goes out on a goal. Boomquick with a fake, bringing it down the corner up high once more. SUPRMODE a great turn of pressure. It could be a goal, and of course it is. 4-2 to SUPRMODE.
That fake by Boomquick was so good in the sense that the defender went absolutely flying, but completely took away his own opportunity to grab the goal in the first place as well. But a great turn for Boost and a cheeky pass from the Zoulou Tchaing defense. Once again, not doing too well in that aspect. It did give Boomquick another goal, and Zoulou Tchaing right now just look like they're completely giving away this series after the first game win.
Yeah, after that first game, looking to be a bit more slower, playing a little bit worse. A good few more mistakes and not capitalising on the chances they have. That's what's put them 2 goals down at the moment. Another chance for Sebadam, saved by Gooch easily enough. Out to the corner it goes. Boomquick can't make the second touch, and it's up to Ezra to take it away. Picks up the mid bush, trying to pass it out. Easily intercepted though, and they have to rush back to the road net. Rubik's is there, taking up the side wall. And they drop it down. Can't make the second touch, but game number 3 looking like it's going to go in favour of SUPRMODE.
Yeah, looking like it, unless Zoulou Tchaing really switches it up. I mean, their offense has been alright for the most part, except for the shooting near the end. A lot of great opportunities being squandered after good infield passes. And right there, Irizar, what is that? You're literally outplaying your teammate. And another free goal for SUPRMODE.
And it looks like Zoulou Tchaing is trying to lose right there with that touch from Irizar. I don't know what he was trying to achieve with that, but all it has done, it resulted in another goal for SUPRMODE. They are 5-2 up in game number 3, looking just as dominant as they did game number 2. And I would not be surprised to see this go 3-1. I predicted that earlier before we got into our matches when we were talking amongst ourselves. I said, I think this is going to go 3-1 to SUPRMODE, and I'm at the moment feeling pretty confident with what I said. I feel like I might be right.
Yeah, it's a miracle so far with what we've seen here that it wasn't a complete sweep.
Yeah, it's not been the best from Zoulou Tchaing after that game number 1. It was a good start, also a bit of a slow start from SUPRMODE, but they picked it up. Maybe they can find a 6th goal to end this off if it drops down in front of net. It will not slip by, but either way, SUPRMODE take game number 3 and go 2-1 up in the series. And well, Zoulou Tchaing, game 2 and 3, pretty heavily dominated. They need to try and do a better performance as game number 4, otherwise this is going to be a 3-1 to SUPRMODE.
And I think in general they're not even playing that bad. They're getting opportunities, they're not completely getting shut out, but every single game they've given away almost at least 2 free goals, and if you do that against this kind of teams at this kind of stage, you're just gonna get beaten. It's as easy as that. They really need to pay mind to what they're doing, pay mind of each other, make sure that you do not double commit, you do not take away balls in which your teammate obviously has a much better position, and get your shooting in order, please. The passes are great, you're creating a lot of space, you're creating a lot of opportunities, but for the love of God, shoot them into the back of the net. Yeah,
what's the point in making the opportunities if they don't ever result in success? As they head to game number 4, an early goal for Rubik's. SUPRMODE already 1-0 up, and Zoulou, give me a break. How are you letting this happen already? I'm trying to give a little bit of hope for you, but you're already conceding 1, 5 seconds in.
And I think that is at least the 3rd of a kickoff as well. Goose has gotten a couple, and now Rubik's with the cheeky goal after kickoff. Another opportunity here for Goose. That's a hard angle though, so it doesn't even get it towards the middle. But Zoulou Tchaing already not doing too great, and then if you start this game off, this probably deciding game 4 like this, you're not putting yourself in a great position.
No, definitely not a good start. It heads to the backboard. Eversats takes it high, trying to bring it out. He's got a decent amount of boost, but gets beat out to the ball anyway. Another shot from Gooch, slapping under the crossbar. Some lovely downs from Boomquick, and it's 2-0 to SUPRMODE. Getting taken full advantage of this messy defense. And Boomquick's great tempo ability. Already a 2-goal lead. Only 35 seconds in. Zoulou Tchaing, you really need to step this up.
It wasn't completely their fault, this one though, boy. I'll give them that. It was Rubik's getting the Demo on the incoming defender, but then also the next one.
Rubik's! Oh, Rubik's!
Making it 3. SUPRMODE's got this in the bag.
We don't have time to talk about the last goal, as it scored another one straight after. Rubik's off the backboard to himself. A lovely goal. 3-0 to SUPRMODE. Zoulou Tchaing, they're in the mud. They are gone and out at the moment. I don't care if there's 4 minutes left. This is a 3-0 game at SUPRMODE already. All excellent goals. Zulu's had about 10 touches in the ball in total so far. That's probably the 11th right there, and nothing coming of it. Trying to get cleared away. It's Rubik's off the back ball. A lovely dunk out to the side it goes. Eversats cannot find a pass. A bum in the defence. Sebadam can't make it in time. Out to Boom quickly, he takes it high. Bringing it around to the midfield. Sebadam can turn on and gets beat out by Gucci out to the side once more. The head's high. Eversats on that back wall. Bringing it round. Zoulou Tchaing not performing well. Game 1 was the best I've seen in this tournament. Otherwise, I have not been impressed.
I mean, it's also only been their own win, that game 1 in the entire tournament so far. Especially if they drop this one, and it's looking more and more like it, because this SUPRMODE squad is playing much better as almost another one drops in. A great few goal line saves there, but goal line saves won't be enough if you're 3-0 down. Really needed to switch things up about 2 games ago, but I doubt it's going to happen right now for Zoulou Tchaing.
And you know, it's weird for me to call them out saying they're going to lose this game so early, as they're already 3-0 down. And there's still like 3 minutes left for them. But I can't, I'm not going to give a bit of false hope for this team. They have not been performing well enough. They're now 4 goals down, adding even more weight to what I'm saying. They are getting destroyed these last 3 games. They may have the time to come back, but they are not going to come back. They are not performing well enough at the moment. SUPRMODE are taking full advantage of that, and it's good on them for doing so. Zoulou Tchaing, they really have to step it up for future weeks, as this is looking doom and gloom for them at the moment. Looking like they are just going to be easily the worst team in the league. They need to do better.
I agree. I wholeheartedly agree, Boyo. I think we expect a lot from teams coming into this tournament. Obviously, there's a giant circuit that you need to go through before you can actually get to the Superstar League phase, and especially with players of this caliber, with these kind of names, we just expect a lot from them, and it is really sad to see them completely being wiped away by a team who should probably be a bit closer to them in terms of skill than what these games would suggest, but they're just getting absolutely destroyed, like you said, in this game.
Yeah, as the ball goes high, over to Sebadam, taking it upfield to the back wall. Gucci can't connect and trying to pass it down. Rubik's is there. Gets beat out by RSRL and it heads to the net once more. Boom, quick and easy save. Sebadam trying to continue that pressure. Gets beat out, set in the corner. Rubik's gets a demo on RSRL. Gets a bit of time to get some push up, as the positioning not being too good for Zoulou, and getting demoed all the time not really helping. As Gucci takes it high, bringing it off the sideball, dropping down to Eversack, once more. Is Rubik's able to catch it into the corner. Coming high once more, a potential shot, easily saved by Boomquick. The pressure does remain though. Zoulou Tchaing could try and find a second right here, but cleared away from Gucci. Gonna get SUPRMODE some plenty of time to get on the counter attack, get some boost. A miss from Sebadam. The counter attack looking pretty much imminent.
And I don't think Eversax has any chance of scoring today. Might be scoring in different space, but not in the goal of SUPRMODE with the way that he's been playing in this last game. SUPRMODE is just also dominant. I don't even know what to say at this point, because they're showing up. Another one almost going in, a great fake. A demo coming in from area there, but it's already passed. It's on to Gucci, and it's on to the 5th.
On to the 5th, what else do we say? Zoulou Tchaing, another point in performance. SUPRMODE, as usual, an excellent performance. All players really putting a good shift in. And they're 5-1 up. Only 1 minute left on the clock. Well, they've took this game without a doubt. I just want to see how they continue this. They've got 2 series wins on the board after this game ends. I want to see if they can continue this streak. They're looking like a pretty good team. They may win a game 5 against WMB, and it may be a very close series, but I feel like they are just getting better each time I see them. And I want to see how they start going up against these top teams like Quality Control, Total Shadon. is they're the teams I'm looking out for now, and we'll be seeing them in our very next series. But Zoulou Tchaing, I want to see how they perform against the teams who've already had their losses, like with my boys, and if I can remember the other one, like Georgia Joe as well. I feel like it still will be a tough road, as when I watched them perform, they were excellent forces. Zoulou Tchaing, they need to set things up. I hope they do. I don't want to see them get shut out and get to the very bottom of the league. I want to see them put a good fight in and show what they're really here to do. I know they can do well, but this is not it.
No, definitely not. And it's interesting with my boys, because I feel like they could have had the series against SUPRMODE, because it was very close. Obviously, they did end up getting reverse swept, and the first 2 games just felt like SUPRMODE was still getting used to each other, but they didn't get shut out nearly as hard as Zoulou Tchaing just did. So if we're gonna see that matchup, I'm given a really low chance of actually surviving for Zoulou Tchaing. I just don't think they're playing as they can right now, because I do think, especially at the first game, I think that is closer to what we expect from this team. But then it just completely fell through. It completely broke down. Their defense was just non-existent, just going for boost when their teammates were in really rough positions. It didn't feel like a team at all. It felt like your average solo queue game.
Yeah, it really did. And to move away from the Mr. Negativity all doom and gloom right now, of course, a huge congratulations to SUPRMODE, taking that series 3-1. Excellent performances from every player on that pitch. There was really no one I could point out saying that they didn't go up to the standard expected from them. Rubik's and Boomquick, you know, we focus on Gert so much, well, I did especially, but these guys really performed today, really put in an excellent shift, and, well, they won that series for SUPRMODE. Gert's obviously doing great work as usual, but Boomquick with all his demos and his assists and his passes, he's setting up all these plays, worked so well with Rubik's excellent goal scoring ability today. Gert was there in defense, getting those saves needed, getting some passes, getting some goals. Also done excellent, but it was Rubik's and Boomquick linking up so much that I really like to see.
I wholeheartedly agree, Boyo. I think this is exactly the SUPRMODE that we were expecting, that we were hoping to see from game 1 starting last week. I think their first game here wasn't too great either, but really picking it up. I feel like it's a team that has natural chemistry. A lot of the times when someone can go for a shot, they'll often opt to actually go for the infield pass, just taking one of or 2 defenders even out with it, which works absolutely beautiful. But you need to know where your teammates are. You need to know what their decisions are like, and if that is on one line, which is exactly what seems to happen right now with this SUPRMODE squad, you've got something special and something that can get results in a lot of tournaments, which I really hope for them in this tournament, because I do think after last week, I really had quality control and Total Shan as the top contenders in this group. But I think SUPRMODE is really cementing themselves into that top 3 as well. Not necessarily into the 3rd spot, but possibly a team that's actually able to take down a Total Shan or a quality control. So I'm really looking forward to see how they match up with those quality control. And Total Shan obviously going to be matching up later on today. I don't know if you've got any thoughts about that right now, Boyer.
I think I'll save my thoughts just before this, so that will be starting very soon. But before we head to a quick break, of course, a huge thank you to to Nice Cactus, of course, also to Rocket Baguette. But a huge thank you to Nice Cactus for sponsoring this event. Every Tuesday and Thursday you can catch us here with the Superstar League. Also, of course, with the Dutch broadcast, the French broadcast, the Spanish broadcast, and the German broadcast. Be sure to go check them out, give them all some support. Everyone you feel best listening to, that is excellent to hear. But thank you, of course, the Nice Cactus for sponsoring this event, and the Nice Cactus Cups Wednesdays and Sundays open for all to sign up to. A huge thank you to them. We'll be right back after the break with an exciting matchup, Quality Control versus Total Shan, and I cannot wait.